today we are going to continue looking at the area of irregular shapes, but today we're going to start adding circles and half circles into the mix. So again, you need to write down the SBI. The student will apply formulas to solve problems involving the area of irregular shapes. You can pause the video here in order to give yourself time to write down the SBI. All right, taking a look at our WOW here, the area of irregular shapes. So just like yesterday, to find the area of irregular shapes, the first thing to do is to divide the irregular shape into regular shapes so you can recognize things such as triangles, rectangles, circles, squares, and so forth. Then find the area of the individual shapes and add them up. So in our example here, the figure above has two regular shapes. It has a square and half a circle. So we're going to find the area of each one and add the results. So the first thing on the left here, we have the area of the square. And we know area of the square is side times side. It's the same thing as base times height. So we know it's 4 squared. And so the area of the square is 16 because 4 times 4 is 16. The circle, we know the area of a circle is to do pi times the radius squared. So the diameter in the circle is 4. So we have to divide that in half to get a radius of 2. So then we plug that into our formula. We know that pi is 3.14 times 2 squared, which becomes 3.14 times 4. So the area of a full circle would be 12 56/100. However, we only have half a circle. So you either multiply the result by half or you just divide it by 2. It's the same thing. So taking 12.56, dividing it by 2 gets it 6 and 28/100. So the area of the shape, we add the square plus the half circle, gets us 22 and 28/100. All right, the figure we're looking at here has 4 different shapes. It has a triangle in the middle, 2 rectangles on the bottom and the left, and half a circle to the right. So we need to find the area of each of those 4 shapes and add the results. So again, we're going to use the chart we worked with yesterday. So the first thing you need to do is write out the names of the 4 shapes. So we have a rectangle plus a triangle plus half a circle. So we have to remember when we get to the circle that we're going to have to divide the area in half. So now we're going to fill in the formulas. We know a rectangle is base times height. The area of a triangle is base times height divided by 2. Plus the area of a circle, which we know is pi times r squared. But since we have half a circle, we're going to have to divide that by 2. So now we're going to substitute in our numbers. So the rectangles are both the same size, so they have a base of 16 and a height of 12. Plus the triangle, which again shares with the base and the height of the rectangle. So it's also 12 times 16, but it's going to be divided by 2. Plus the area of the circle, and we know that pi is 3.14. And then if we look at the circle, the diameter is 20. So we're going to have to divide that in half to get a radius of 10. And of course, we're going to have to divide the whole circle in half because all we have is half a circle. So now we're going to work out and show our work here. So we're going to multiply 16 times 12. we're going to get 192. And once we've done it once, that actually helps us fill out 3 of our problems here. So we have 192 plus 192 plus 192 divided by 2. So we're going to go ahead and do that part next. Okay, so we know 2 goes into 19 9 times. Minus 18. Get a remainder of 1, bring down the 2. 2 goes into 12 6 times. So our triangle area is going to be 96. All right, now we have to take care of the circles. We have 3.14 times 10 squared, which means it's times 100. So you know that when you're multiplying by a power of 10, like 10, 100, 1,000, we don't actually have to sit down and work it out. We know the number of zeros tells us how many places to move the decimal. So in this case, there's 2. So we're going to move the decimal 2 places to the right. So we get 314 over 2. Okay, so now we're going to divide that in half. Which gets us 157. So we end up here with 192 plus 192 plus 96 plus 157. Draw a box around it there just so we can see it. And now we're going to add those up. So we're going to make ourselves a little space here so we can add those up together. Okay, so we know 2 plus 2 is 4, plus 6 is 10, plus 7 is 17. Carry the 1. 1 plus 9 is 10, plus 9 is 19. Plus 9 is 28, plus 5 is 33. Carry the 3. 3 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 is 6. So our final answer is 637. This problem does not give us a specific unit to use, so we're going to just use the word unit. So it's going to be 637 units squared. All right, make sure you glue that in your math notebook. And again, the extra square you have there will be for your Post-it note check when you come into class tomorrow.